The internet today is synonymous with the cloud, which makes it an important aspect of technology development. My guest today on the show is a cloud provider who shares his thoughts on ways to make the local cloud industry more formidable. Our tech tips today educates you on the types of data some mobile apps collect about you, and this is informed by the issues surrounding the viral Face app. We have quite a lot lined up for you, but first, some tech news and updates. I am Chukwemeka Agbata. Welcome to the show.
In tech communities, we consider disruption the way to lead to innovation.
How did the Industrial Revolution begin? Do you know? Well, here it goes. The first Industrial Revolution began with the use of water and steam power to mechanize production. The second brought the use of electric power to create mass production. And then the third used electronics and information technology to automate production. But now, we're on the brink of a technological revolution that will bring about transformative changes in the way we work and live. The fourth Industrial Revolution. And that is what forms the basis of discussions at the 2019 ICTEL Expo, a brainchild of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. With some of the brightest minds in the Nigerian tech space in attendance, CEOs of tech startups, young founders, and even innovators across the country. According to the LCCI, the focus is majorly on providing aspiring entrepreneurs, tech startups, and unemployed Nigerians with unique opportunities in line with the realities of the fourth Industrial Revolution.
We must design and implement an agenda that promotes a digital transformation with modern regulations, infrastructure, and digital education. Nigeria missed out of the first, the second, and the third industrial revolutions. In order not to miss the fourth industrial revolution, therefore, we must put in place appropriate structures and policies, and both the private and public sector must play active role as stakeholders in the attainment of technological advancement urgently needed by the great nations. As the leading economy in Africa, we must show the way in transforming the lives of its citizens through technological advancements. We must lay a solid foundation towards the promotion of trade and commerce that ensures that we maintain our leadership and remain an attractive market.
One of the speakers believes innovation is the key to latching onto the moving technological train, and he gives reasons why.
The possibilities of interconnecting billions of people through mobile phones, through quantum computing, through unlimited storage capacities through the cloud, through access to knowledge are limited. And these possibilities are multiplied by emerging technologies. We talk about 3D printing, we talk about robotics, we talk about energy storage, biotechnology, and the likes. And the only way you and I, Nigeria, Africa, can catch up is through innovation. I'm sure you've heard that word so many times. Everybody talks about innovation. But I'm coming from a different angle. Innovation through entrepreneurship. Innovation through the entrepreneurs. We have to adopt innovation because the world is becoming a global classroom. Brick and mortar stores, classrooms are being torn down. The internet is allowing education to penetrate walls, boundaries, and make interconnection between the classroom and the teachers and the students very fluid. We have to adopt innovation because global trade boundaries are increasingly shrinking. We're in the era of collaboration. We have to adopt innovation because we need to raise leaders in technology. We need to raise leaders in power, in agriculture, in genetics engineering, in banking, in finance, in management, and all forms.
But it's not all talk, as this summit takes a new dimension with an exhibition tour.
Glory Award and the benefit of humanity, including all Nigerians and residents and friends of Nigeria who wish us well. I have the honor and privilege to declare this exhibition for 2019 open.
Thank you.
On our posters here, you can see the DND 2442 short code for opting out of unsolicited text messages. Last year when we came, we got complaints of unsolicited messages, but this year, I'm sure it has drastically reduced. So our stand here is just for us to educate consumers on their rights.
This provides a platform for innovators, suppliers, ICT academics, and young people to meet and network. It also provides an overview of trends as well as new ideas in the information communication technology industry. The ICTEL Expo started in 2015 and is in its 5th edition. A New York-based design and architecture agency has successfully printed a 3D home for astronauts living on the Moon or Mars. AI Space Factory went head-to-head with Pennsylvania State University during a 4-day competition at Caterpillar's Edwards Demonstration and Learning Center in Edwards, Illinois, in the United States. Their challenge was to 3D print a 1/3 scale building with as little human interference as possible, made out of materials that could be found on Mars. AI Space Factory built theirs from a biodegradable and recyclable biopolymer basalt composite, which includes elements grown from crops. Pennsylvania State University used a customized concrete mix. After building them in 10-hour increments, the constructions were subjected to tests. These included subjecting them to smoke to see if there were holes in the buildings, and impact tests, which meant dropping weights on them. An excavator vehicle was then used to push its bucket down on the constructions to test their strength. Pennsylvania State University's construction shattered, but AI Space Factories remained intact. NASA began the 3D printed habitat challenge in 2015. It said in a statement that the idea was to plan for sustainable space missions, but also to provide viable housing solutions on Earth.
An American research institute has made strides towards developing a multi-use humanoid robot, showing it walking across a narrow tightrope-like walkway. The robot, called Atlas, is shown in a video from making its way across concrete blocks laid between two platforms. It uses LiDAR to navigate the terrain. These are sensors that use laser light pulses to measure distances and render precise images of environments. The Florida-based Institute for Human and Machine Cognitions is working on the robot's algorithm to improve its control, perception, and planning. The institute added that the robot, which was originally built by robotics company Boston Dynamics, has approximately a 50% success rate at navigating such narrow, complex but flat terrain. The Florida-based institute thinks robots like Atlas could one day help humans in emergency response, reaching places too inhospitable or dangerous for humans. They could even be used in the colonization of Mars, it added. But first, it needs to get better at navigating rough terrain, understanding it with no previous knowledge of the ground.